Matt Lindley joins us from the Digits blog. Matt, so you're here to talk about graph search. We're talking about literally this new search tool that Facebook is slowly rolling out to more users, is basically giving them the ability to see a lot of things, photos in particular, that users thought they'd hid in the past.
Well, so to be fair, these were things you could already find, right? Just because you hide them on your timeline doesn't necessarily mean you detag yourself in a photo, right?
Okay, well, so this is clear. So if you're on your Facebook profile page, and you may have hidden a photo from your profile page, actively hidden it, but it turns out now that if you're still tagged in that photo, it can still appear in Facebook's new search results, the new search tool they just rolled out.
Right, because you never detagged yourself, right? So you can run into a couple of problems with that. Like, say if you've hidden a photo and you're still tagged in it. Basically, when you search through graph search, searching for photos of, say, Rolf Winkler or myself, Matt Lindley, they'll show up as in the graph search as sort of like this big collage of photos, and there might be some stuff from college, or maybe some stuff from a party on the beach somewhere that you don't want everyone to see. Maybe you don't want a recruiter to see it. And so basically your best bet is to want to jump over to what Facebook has called the activity log. It has a huge list of pretty much all your actions and whether you've been tagged in a photo, whether you've been tagged in a post or anything along those lines, and you can adjust to see who's allowed to see those posts or see those photos. And there's also a bulk function that lets you set everything to be seen only by your friends. Now, the other tricky thing to remember is that if other people are posting photos of you that you are tagged in, they may also be visible to more than just your friends. So they
may have published them to. I mean, if they're tagging them and they put them out to the public,
right, as
opposed to just friends.
Right.
And a lot of people might have been doing this years ago.
Right.
Before Facebook was giving you all these different options, right? I don't know if wasn't the public kind of the default option at a certain point back in 2007, 2008.
They've done a lot of work to try and make sure it's very easy to set who your photos and who your posts are able to be seen by now. The privacy settings are sort of distilled in this one little menu where there are 3 or 4 options now to make it a lot easier and a lot simpler and less complicated than it used to be, which is similar to what you're talking about.
It just seems like, it seems very problematic that if you've actively hidden these photos in the past, you've only
hidden them from your timeline.
Well, but what does that mean to users? I mean, if a user hides a photo, they think it's hidden, right?
Not necessarily, because as long as you're still tagging the photo, you can still go through your list of photos and
people still want to use it as a repository.
Right.
Now, one thing that this kind of gives, well, I'm stammering here a little bit. Snapchat. Trying to find a way. It seems like this is a new, very, very popular app that basically takes photos, but then you send them to somebody, and they disappear in 6 seconds. A lot of, or however much time, a few seconds. People think it's for sexting, right? But in fact, is it really just a reaction to people wanting to send photos and not wanting to worry about where they're going, precisely because tools like this one from Facebook are reminding us that
there's a little bit of that. So basically, what Snapchat is, it's a photos without performance anxiety. So you don't want to think about the number of likes, the number of comments, or who is going to see it.
Yeah.
So it does sort of distill down to this idea that it's a sort of a one-to-one communication tool, whereas Facebook has traditionally been for everyone to see. It's sort of a chronicling of your life through photos, right?
Okay. And just as a reminder, we had some stuff up on the screen, but you can control this. You can go into your privacy settings. I guess you go to photos, and then you can go to activity log. Is that how it works?
So you go straight to your activity log, which you'll find in your main privacy settings, and then there's the option to basically you can check through every single photo that you don't want seen. You can report it to be flagged or be detagged automatically.
You can bulk detag a lot of photos just by checking a box and submitting, and that'll make them disappear.